Welcome, everybody, to my final video of the year. That's assuming I can get this out before 2023, I sure hope so, because 2022 is the 20-year anniversary of the Sly Cooper series. If you've been around a while, you know this series means a lot to me, so I wanted to end the year doing a tier list for every single level in the first game. Now, the levels from the first game actually end right here. The only tier list I could find was one that has every level from every Sly game, which is that's another video, let me tell you. Let's kick it off with Police Headquarters. So, this is the starter level of the game. I'm going to open Sly and actually play each of these levels and talk about it a little bit. I don't know how long that will take, but it's for Sly, it's for Sly.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Oh boy. Okay, I have not played this game in a minute. Oh yeah, this is a new save file because my freaking hard drive died. Okay, so we're breaking into the police headquarters. This level's very fun to speedrun because you can skip most of it. I'm very bad at it, but you have to like jump on that corner and then literally the end of the level's like right down there. I probably won't be trying any speedrunning strategies because I'd like to actually play the game. Yes, there's a speed up button, thank goodness. This music's fantastic. I love excuses to play this game. Got this little laser part. So the yellow lasers don't hurt you, but they sound an alarm like this. Yes, and then they turn into orange lasers, which do hurt you. This mission is very short, but very easy. Overall, it's, Bentley, stop talking! Anyway, it's a very good introduction into the stealth elements this game has. I love this animation, it's so dramatic. So this is, I guess, like, the antagonist of the game, which is just the cop lady. Okay, so then she starts freaking shooting you. Now, her aim is pretty terrible, but stay on your toes, because she will... Yeah, she'll get you if you're not paying attention. Ugh. Ah! There we go, level's over. Pretty high-intensity ending, but it's still not too hard.
Come see me if you want to check out any of your old movies.
I love it when they call the cutscenes movies. Like, bro, it is 38 seconds long. Okay, so where to place level 1? Very short, very sweet, intense ending, pretty sneaky, a good introduction to the kind of stealth elements of the game. I think this is a solid A tier. Very, very good. Stealthy approach. Okay, that was like the prologue. This is, I guess, the actual level 1. Can that memory card thing go away, please? I said I wasn't going to try speedrunning strategies, but walk right behind this sign. Sometimes it just shoots you up into the stratosphere. Like that, but usually much higher. Yes! Nice. Anyways, I think this just skips a cutscene, because there's a cutscene coming out of this, like, tunnel here. Oh no, I fell into it!
You can only climb on certain objects, like pipes and ropes. Yeah, sure. Like that ladder there? That is correct, but do not...
Wow, he can climb ladders. Crazy. Okay, so this level is not my favorite for a couple reasons. Some of the bottles are really, really hidden. Look at that. Yeah, Sly's kind of cracked. He can climb ladders. I can't imagine being that athletic, dude. Holy cow. Sadly, there's nothing behind the waterfall in this level. I know, very sad. We're almost at the end here. I got one more of these throwing star guys and a few more searchlights. Ugh. It's okay. Alright, there we go. Pretty short level. This one's fine. It's really, really slow, but it kind of needs to be. So for what it is, I'm going to give it a B tier. It's pretty good. Alright, getting into the real levels. We got Into the Machine here.
Jump and press the square button. That'll slam them shut.
I'm going to slam you shut if you force me into another cutscene. So I think this level is awesome. It's got tons of moving parts because you're basically in like an engine. It makes for really interesting platforming, I think. This part's always fun. This part also teaches you a bit of patience, waiting for these rotating blades. Got some more patience here, get used to that. Or you could just be impatient like me. That was really sloppy, but you get the point. Okay, there's a speedrunning strat I know that skips a little bit. You have to like, basically you see these corners right here, you have to like follow them up in order to jump. It's kind of hard. It's a lot harder than it looks. Yes, there you go. Okay, and then this last jump to get the key is actually a pretty big gap you have to clear. Yeah, aside from having a couple of tricky parts, it's a great level. I'm gonna stick Into the Machine into the machine. Okay, high class heist. Nice. Nice. They want you to like zigzag between all the stuff. No, you can just jump over. Oh, these belly flop guys. These guys have deceptively large hitboxes. More searchlights, more patience. I love patience. Or you can just jump around like this. And just like that, the level's over. If you want to get the bottles, this level is quite long actually, but if you just skip all that like me, who's making a video, it's like 90 seconds. So High Class Heist has like 3 rooms that you play in, like 3 rooms of the level. And to stretch that out into an entire level worth of gameplay, they make the gameplay a little repetitive. For that reason, it's not quite A, but I think I'm going to stick it in B as well. Fire down below, I love this level. So there's nothing like super special about this level, it just has like fun stuff for you to do. Like, for example, check out these rocks. Look how much freaking money they give you. Look at all the hooks attached to this belt, and you spin it by running along this wheel, and then you can jump onto a hook like this. It's so freaking cool. Or if you don't even want to mess with all that, you can jump right here, and then jump over here, and then just skip all of that baloney. There's so many huge time saves in this level if you want to speedrun it. What do you know? More black rocks. I love these things. So much freaking money. All right, you see this big ball? We got to move it to crush this door blocking our path by spinning this wheel. I love the wheel. Wheel of pain. Howdy. And then you have to walk all along these static conveyor belts while avoiding searchlights. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just jump right here. Whoop, whoop. Done. That level is not short by any means, but with the skips that you can take, it becomes tiny. I love Fire Down Below so much, it'll probably be A. I may bump it up to S a little bit later. We'll see. We'll see what the S tier shapes up to look like. Oh, A Cunning Disguise is really fun. I love this level. Okay, this isn't your usual level. So you see that barrel? Oh, look at that. Once you jump in the barrel, you can hide for protection against these little dart guns. Another benefit of hiding in the barrel is that the flashlight guards can't see you if you stay still. So check this out. Sneaking up, sneaking up. There you go. This will also protect you from the searchlights. Okay, so behind these bookshelves are a couple secrets. So there's the safe that you can crack once you have all the bottles. And then over here is another secret behind another pair of bookshelves. A safe with some bottles. And then you can just push yourself free. And there's these lights you can jump on. Back and forth. Oh! Holy crap. So very carefully, you gotta tiptoe down the little steps of these lights. Okay, it is possible to fall off if you're not careful. One more dart trap, and you're done. So the gameplay in this level is super unique. It's a little slow, and it's really fun to speedrun if you don't want to go slow. I think this is gonna be another A tier for me. The Gunboat Graveyard is also one of my favorites. Listen to the music, first of all. So good. So this level is very, very short, but I don't really mind. So they want you to hop on that plane, dodge all the spotlights, and then go do a whole thing. There is a speedrunning strategy that I'm terrible at, where you can jump off this leftmost rope and land on those platforms down there. I'm not going to try it because I don't have water invincibility yet. I'll throw like a video of it on screen if you guys want to see it. Dude, oh yeah, the Eye of Cthulhu reference.
Actually, Terraria copied Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper was the first game in the world to have floating eyeballs.
Whew, that was risky. And the vault is at the end of the level instead of somewhere in the middle, so you don't have to do any backtracking, which I love. The level's very short, but the song is fantastic, and it's fun to speedrun. For that reason, it's going in A. Alright, I've been really nice to these levels so far, because they've mostly been pretty good. So this is the first, like, mini-game, vehicle level, whatever you want to call it. You have to destroy 40 of these chests without letting one of these giant crabs take one to their hidey hole. It's not awful, but if you were, like, 7 years old when you first played this, like I was, it was probably one of the tougher missions for sure. It's really up to you and what kind of gameplay you like. For me personally, this is like E tier. I do not like this level at all. Okay, the boss fight.
How sloppy of me not to finish the job.
Dude, Raleigh's voice acting is so good. So all he wants to do is sit on you, and all you have to do is not get squashed, wait until he gets small, and then punch him in the face. Very, very straightforward, but still a little stressful if this is like one of your first video games. Okay, so I've just stayed on this one platform. This is the first stage of the boss fight where I can't do that, because now every platform he lands on will sink into the water. Okay, and this is the last stage, where instead of trying to jump on you, he spits his tongue out and spins it around. You gotta jump over it, 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 and punch him in the face. So where would I rate it though? It's a good first boss, a little repetitive, but it's not hard. I'll put this in B. It's very good at what it does. Alright, with that we have finished Chapter 1, moving on to Chapter 2. Okay, so we are in Utah, home of the Mormons. So this is where the Spire Jump is introduced, where you can jump and press the circle button to land on these little pointy boys. So the boss for this chapter is like this big, ridiculous, muscular bodybuilder dog. And all of his goons are just different breeds of dog, which I think is hilarious. I hate these guys. Dude, their freaking attacks have huge hitboxes. It's not that hard to avoid them, I'm just stupid. Okay, now we got floor sensors and lasers coming from the ceiling. A little tricky, nothing too hard. Alright, there we go. I'm not like the hugest fan of this one. It's nothing crazy though. I think it deserves a C at least. It's fine. Okay, Boneyard Casino. This is probably my favorite level in the game. Oh, run, dude. Oh my gosh, that was really close. They make funny noises when they're looking for you too. Okay, reason number one why this is the best level in the game. Money. You know me, I like breaking stuff and getting way more money than I deserve. Also, I just really like the casino vibes. I guess I'm just really comfortable with the whole gambling thing. These guys are looking for you in synchronous. Love it. Okay, check this out. You can climb up this little rope right here. You see that hook? Yeah, you know what we're doing. Look at that. Oh, look. Oh, that was a lot of money. They probably won't give you more, right? Nope. Here we go. Look at all this money. I love this game. I'm coming for you. Oh, come on. All right, so surely they've given me enough money, right? Nope. Smash his legs. Look at all that freaking cash. More money. I swear, dude, there's more money in this level than, like, the rest of the game combined. Also, you see all these, like, loose wires hanging in the water? Yeah, that's freaking scary, dude. Do not touch that water. You will be dead. Got these, like, giant roulette wheels. Wheel of Pain. Demon Roulette. It's just so aesthetically pleasing. I love this level. I could make a whole video just talking about this level. And once again, like, hardly any backtracking is required if you want to open that safe. It's right there, and then the last bottle is right there. Oh, and this ending is so fun. So I've got to jump and land on that little green tile, like so, and it will move over one to the right every time I jump on it. But if I want to jump this way, it's moving too fast for me to jump counterclockwise, so I have to go all the way around. It's a little bit tricky, but it's really fun once you get the hang of it. Nice. Boneyard Casino is S. Easily. I do not even need to explain that. If you were paying any attention at all, you would probably agree with me on that. This is where the fun takes an absence for a little while. So I am positioned on this gun, and Murray, this obscure character in the game, has to go run through this obstacle course and not get killed. You have to protect him from all these, like, little guards. It's, like, really, really long and tedious and lame, and you can literally kill Murray on accident if you're not careful. Also, this turret controls terribly. He does make funny noises, though.
I'm halfway there.
Okay, Chris Griffin. Nice, that was the last guy. It's a little bit hard, but if you have decent aim with these bad controls, it's fine. Okay, Murray's Big Gamble. It's gonna get like an E tier for me. I do not like this level at all. Sadly, we are not done with the unfun missions. Actually, this one's a little controversial, and I'll explain why in a moment. So, Murray gets himself into trouble again because he's an idiot. Oh wait, what's the go button? What's go? Oh, it's just the left stick. Anyway, he gets challenged to a drag race by these gangsters, and yeah, a race ensues. So these cars control very strangely because as the track moves, it will turn your camera slightly, so you don't have to actually steer as much as you might think. This was the first level of the game I got, like, actually stuck on. Oh my gosh, it controls so bad sometimes. Oh, it feels awful if you bump the slightest corner. If you cut your corners pretty nicely, it is not that hard to win, but I'm on my last lap right now, and I'm only in 3rd place. Like, it is kind of tricky if you don't play very well. Don't you pick that up? Yeah, it's mine. Yeah, 1st place is mine, dingus. The animation was in 2x speed, and it was still, like, longer than the Civil War. Okay, at the dog track. It's so controversial. I think the racing is really fun once you get the hang of it, but it is really unforgiving and kind of confusing. So on my worst day, I'd probably put this in like E or F, and on a good day, I'd put it in like B or C. I'm gonna round that to a D tier. It's really up to you how bad or good this level is. I love this song. Alright, so you see these giant neon signs and letters that spell out the name of the boss we have to fight later? You can climb on them. It's so freaking fun. Look at me go. Oh, check this out. I love this. You jump, grab this hook. Love that. Just gives you a ton of free bottles. And by the way, most of this level is completely skippable with some speedrunning strategies that I'm too dumb to figure out. Levolution. And check this out. More Levolution. Boom. Oh, tons of free money. Oh my goodness, I love this level. And check this out, the end of the level's right here. It's a little stressful because if you don't land on the wrecking ball, you'll just fall to the beginning of the level and you have to play the whole thing again. And then it drops. And there you go. Okay, where to put straight to the top? S. I love the song. The gameplay's really fun and unique. It just gives you free stuff sometimes, like a bunch of money or a bunch of bottles. I love it. It's so much fun. Back Alley Heist. This has the same song as the last level we just played, Straight to the Top. I do not mind listening to this song again. So this whole level is played from this point of view, like a freaking Geometry Dash level. So some of you kids might actually like it. Got these awnings to bounce on, pretty fun, I love it. Yeah, you can destroy some poor guy's air conditioning unit. Dude, that freaking hitbox. Oh my gosh, it's always bigger than I'm thinking. Got more awnings to bounce on to avoid these little flashlight guards. And then you land on these dogs and you can just destroy their freaking heads. I love it. This is for the children, you pit bulls. And look, some people don't even know about this. You just jump down here. There's a fountain. There's a nice lady on it. It's like the lady's like a freaking crocodile. I never knew that. Dude, the crocodiles are just all over Utah. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, crocodiles do not reside anywhere within the United States. You were thinking of alligators.
Look at these bottles. Look, they're on a freaking conveyor belt. You jump back and forth and smash them all. Oh, it's so fun. Okay, and this part's kind of hard. So you can bounce back and forth across these air conditioning units and get every bottle, but you get one shot. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, I messed it up so bad, but I got them all. And then it finishes the level. You sneak across these little boards, and then bam! This level is also fantastic, but not quite as good as Straight to the Top, I don't think. This one's probably high A. Not quite S, though. Okay, 2 to Tango. I love this level. I love the song. It reminds me so much of the GoldenEye N64 soundtrack. Okay, so this one is kind of like the prologue, where Carmelita just shows up out of nowhere and then chases you throughout the level. Oh my gosh, I love the song. It's so good. What did Carmelita just say to me? Okay, this happens sometimes. Sometimes when you do a spire jump, it'll displace you like that. I have no idea what causes it or how to get rid of it, but yeah, I'm just floating. You know me. Oh gosh. Dude, circle button. I had to press it like 4 times. And then she, for some reason, wants to hang out on this, like, Thanksgiving Day parade mugshot float, which is only tethered to this thing, so you just smash this thing, get the key, and then, and then she flies away. So this level's basically an auto-scroller, unless you use some really tough, like, speedrunning strategies. Okay, so the song is fantastic. That keeps it out of, like, C tier, but I think it's just a B. Alright, moving on to the boss fight. Look, he walks on his fists, because he's just so buff. I love this guy. So this dude's got these freaking machine guns, and you can only really avoid them by jumping over his fire, and you can only hurt him by shining lights on the crystals, which burn him. I don't know. No one knows. He's way too buff for you to just run up and hit, so you have to use the power of the sun. Avoiding him isn't that hard, but like he does kind of follow you everywhere, and it can get pretty stressful. Is that the last one? Nice. Okay, and this last phase of the boss is like really, really slow. So he shoots, you hit a mirror, and then you have to go to the next mirror before he shoots again. Nice. And if he shoots a mirror that's already turned towards him, it will turn it back away from him. Alright, one more, and then he's dead. Nice. Okay, mugshot boss fight, last call. Let's talk about this for a second. So, first off, how do you hurt Mugshot? Nobody freaking knows. It's the power of crystals and sunlight reflecting on his skin and literally burning him. It's pretty fun, which keeps it out of, like, C tier, I think, but it makes no sense, and it gets a little repetitive towards the end. So I think it deserves a B. Alright, starting on World 3, this is the Dread Swamp Path. Okay, so once we beat Mugshot, we unlocked the Rail Walk, which is this thing, and then the Rail Slide, which is this thing. Oh my goodness, it's so fun. Ugh. Ah. Dude, that spider almost nibbled me. Whee! There is a secret behind the waterfall, and we're in it. We are the secret. So you can play this part in 2 ways. You have to destroy all these candles without getting caught. Now, you could kill every guard directly, but their alarms might sound, and then you just bring a lot of attention to yourself. Oh gosh. That was close. Yeah, once you destroy all the candles, all the guards just die anyway. Okay, the Dread Swamp Path. Where to put you? I think I'll put it in C with a rocky start. Like, it introduces the new mechanics in a pretty good way, but it has some pretty annoying enemies. For what it does, though, it's fine. It's just not really noteworthy, I don't think. Okay, Lair of the Beast. This is a funny one. So I got this big gate here, and to get over it, you gotta climb on all the vines and roots and trees and stuff. Or you can do the little speedrunning strategy where you jump right here, and then jump right here. There you go. You just skipped like 5 seconds of unwanted climbing. I've never just hit the bottle before. I always hit them with my cane. I didn't know they slow you down like that. This one's very Jungle Gym-esque. You're just climbing and swinging off of everything, and it's pretty fun. Okay, this is where the level stops being fun, because there's like a freaking boss fight chase scene, and the camera is locked to be like facing behind you so you can see the big boss fight. But that makes the gameplay really hard to sight read. I'll let you guys see it for a little bit, and then I have to go back. Because this boss is pretty fast. Like, he'll mess you up if you're not paying attention. Okay, it doesn't matter, The circle button just does not work sometimes. Yeah, there you have it. Cool, epic boss fight. I would like to restart the level, though, and show you guys how I like to beat it. So, I've dabbled in speedrunning for this game a little bit, but this is the only one I actually got a decent time on. So, you can literally skip, like, 85% of this level. Nice, got it. I am not nearly consistent enough to do that trick in, like, an actual speedrun. There's not, like, an actual collision box to walk on for these walls, so it's kind of hard to see your character, but... Wow, I circle buttoned and it freaking killed me. Cool. Anyway, there's the key. Okay, the boss fight is kind of baloney because you can't sight read the gameplay because it's locking the camera to face behind you, which sucks. The rest of the level before that, it's fine. It's just like basic jungle gym type gameplay. I like it though. I'm gonna stick it in C. It would be D, but it's fun to speedrun, so that keeps it a little bit higher. A grave undertaking. Yeah, I do not like this level. There's all these ghosts that come out of these headstones. Got these spire jumps that will start shooting fire, so you have to time your jumps a little bit, or you can just skip that last one if you want. Okay, the ghosts do make funny sounds when you kill them, though. They go... Gotta tiptoe around this little column here, avoid these little lasers. And this one's, for some reason, even slower. Thanks, gameplay designers. More of these fiery spire jumps. Oh, it offset me again. I'm, like, a little bit off to the side. It's so funny. Okay, this part sucks, because there's ghosts coming after you, and you have to jump. Okay, nice. Oh, that was really close. I almost got sucked. I'm a little offset. It looks really funny when I do the rail walk. There are huge time saves in this level to make it not so long and full of enemies, but I don't really know them very well. Now, if you watched my Sly 1 Part 3 video, you know I do not like this level at all. The platforming is not really that fun, and it's full of enemies when you're not platforming, so it's gonna get like a D for me. Doing a ghastly voyage next. Okay, so this is the first level with this little... I don't even know what to call this. This is a lot like a grave undertaking, the last level we played, but you're just in a vehicle with a gat. I don't usually like the vehicle levels very much, but I think this level is an exception. I think this is pretty okay. These turtle guys literally take off their head and then throw it at you and then generate a new head. That's like literally me when I'm driving. Ah, there's Ghost and Turtle Man. Who remembers Turtle Man? Please leave a comment if you remember Turtle Man. Okay, the final part of the level is just 3 of these like little tombstone things. If you play safe, this takes so long. Or you could play really, really risky and maybe do this in like 15 seconds. This last one's easy because there's only ghosts coming from one angle. Okay, nice. So as far as vehicle missions go, a ghastly voyage is pretty good. Still probably only gonna go in a C because there is a better one later. Okay, descent into danger. This is the last mission in this world that has like actual platforming, I think.
Oh my God, green water.
I love how they spelled it like that. Okay, this one is very dangerous. There's just like spiky, pokey stuff everywhere. And that makes it very hard to speedrun, because the only way you can speedrun it is by taking super huge risks and like jumping over stuff that has like huge hitboxes. So they want you to grab a hold of that like bone rope and then crawl up there around this big man. Or you can jump around this side and do like that. It's a little bit risky, but it's funny. Okay, so this part's a little stressful, because all these like wood planks, you can jump on them, but they will fall if you touch them. So you got like one shot, and you have to avoid these spiky logs, and you have to avoid the spotlights. If I was ranking the level's difficulty, this one would be up there for sure. Okay, so like there's this big force field thing, because they want you to go around this pillar the slow way, but I think you can just walk through it, yeah. But now all these spotlights are red. Oh my gosh, I did not know it like moves the platforms that much.
Strong focus on what I want.
Ah, okay. I almost jumped too early. That was scary. Okay, this is my favorite part. You kill this guy, and then as soon as you hit this candle, like a rail slide will just appear out of thin air. This goes on for so long. I love it. It's so fun. There you go. So in terms of like gameplay diversity, this is like pretty up there, but the gameplay isn't always like fun. It is very challenging, though. I will grant it that much. I think this does probably deserve a B tier, though. It's probably my favorite level in Ms. Ruby's world. Alright, what's next? Oh my gosh, it's freaking down home cooking. Yeah, the ghost freaking contacted Bentley on Spectre Wave Radio. You cannot make this up. This ghost wants me to kill a bunch of chickens, but he's scared of the rooster, so he can't do it himself. So you hop in here, and then just like go to town on these like chickens, but the roosters will come out, and they are literally carrying bombs. Look at these guys, they're freaking scary. They can bump into each other and blow themselves up, which is kind of how you get rid of them. Oh, that was close. Oh my gosh, that's not cool, dude. Come on. Yeah, you can jump to avoid the roosters, so they're not that dangerous, but they will come out of literal nowhere with no warning whatsoever. All right, one more. There we go. Not only will the roosters freaking heck you up, but you're on a time limit, and the mission makes no sense. All right, I love this game to death, but ladies and gentlemen, we have our first F tier. This mission is just straight ass. It is hilarious, though. I love this level from like a humor standpoint, but it is just so bad. Probably the second worst level in this chapter, Piranha Lake. It's kind of cool. It's a cool idea. I will give them that. So all these little young men over here, they are tiki torches, and you have to light them with the flamethrower on this little swamp skiff. Sounds cool, right?
No.
Well, the only way to get fuel is to run over these fish, like freaking roadkill style, and then like the oil from their skin just like fuels one shot with your flamethrower. It makes no sense, once again, but it's kind of a cool concept. Now, there is a speedrunning strategy to like place your swamp skiff in this very specific part of the level and just like shoot over the gate you need to open, so you don't even need to mess with all this crap. Where's the last freaking tiki torch? There it is. Ugh. Nice. It's not that tight of a time frame, but you do have to have pretty good game sense and just like generally be good at video games if you want to get it on your first try. So yeah, for 7-year-old me, this level was quite the demon. So this one's kind of up to you where to place it. For me, it's like E tier. I'm bad at this level and I think it sucks. All right, the boss fight in this chapter is actually pretty good. First of all, the music. And most of this boss fight is like sync-based in some form or another, and I freaking love that, as I'm sure you could guess. Oh, that was close. Okay, well, so once you get to Ms. Ruby, she'll like slap her tail on the ground, and you just have to time it a little bit. So that was the only bit of like actual platforming in the boss fight. For the rest of the boss fight, she will just shoot stuff at you in a rhythm, and you have to do that. I don't have a lucky charm, so I'll probably die. Yeah. Luckily, they give you a checkpoint. So if you don't want to actually press the buttons to the sync of the music, you could just spam. Yeah. It is much less satisfying, but if you're raging at this boss fight and you can't do it, then yeah. Bruh. Yeah, it's not very hard to time properly. You just cannot be early. If you click too early, you're dead. If you click right on time, you're fine. And if you click a little bit late, you're fine. There we go. Second phase down. The last one's just more of the same. I will probably die here because it gets kind of fast. She started like dancing really fast. Oh my gosh. So for those longer strings of attack, you do need to memorize which button Ms. Ruby started with. And that can be a little bit tricky. Alright, I'm not doing that again. Okay, A Deadly Dance. It is a little bit bullcrap, but fun and sync-based, and I think just for that reason I'm gonna put it in like B. It's not quite A, because it's obnoxious. And the remaster of this game literally ruined this boss fight by just making the music horribly off-sync. So I'm basically beating an entire game and then talking about the entire game, which is gonna take a long time, so I'm gonna split this up between 2 days, so I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, day 2, we're getting started on Panda King. A Perilous Ascent. Okay, I think this is probably one of the better starter levels. The entirety of Panda King's chapter has great music. I love these guys, they just launch their little friends down the hill. I love the sounds they make.
Oof, oof, oof.
I love this. Look at how freaking high you are in the mountains, dude. There's a skip right here where you jump here, and then you like that. You see more of this kind of stuff a lot in Sly 2 and 3, but this is one of the first times something like this happens. So because this is Panda King, who's the firework guy, there's just like random fireworks laying around. It's pretty fun. We have fun around here. You have things to hide behind like this. Dude, I am so much bigger than this thing. There's no way he can't see me. What if I, like, look around the corner? I'm looking you dead in the eyes. Oh, my goodness. Dude, I love this look. They're looking along the ledge. You just stand right here underneath this tiny little awning, and you're safe. I love the sounds they make. And once you sneak around without getting caught, you hit these rockets and then freaking annihilate all of them. And now that you're here, you can hit these rockets to lower that little drawbridge. Or you can do the funny. The funny is you do none of that, double jump, and then swing your cane like that. And then the game thinks because you hit the rockets, then you made it up here. So then it just puts you up here. And then the level ends with this guard maze with the key at the end that you use to open this door. But because I used the unlock all levels cheat, it's just there. And if this gate is locked, there's a funny trick I know of to bypass it and just enter the holographic marker anyway. Jump right here. Yeah, there you go. I think A Perilous Ascent is great. It's got a good amount of action with the enemies, a good amount of stealth, and just fun stuff to do with the fireworks and stuff. I think this is an easy A tier. Flaming Temple of Flame. Okay, this is probably one of my favorite levels in the whole game. First of all, the music. So this temple is essentially like a training ground, and as you make your way through the level, you'll have to face all of these, like, I don't know if they're like students of Panda King or whatever, but I don't know, it's cool. And there's this little laser trap. I think you can pass it if you're really, really good. Yeah, like that. You don't even need to use the little hook to swing above it. Got some lasers. There's a lot of stuff like this in Sly 2, but we don't see much of it in Sly 1. Look at that little ninja monkey lady hiding in the rafters. Alright, best part of the whole game right here. Look at these little training monkey boys. You could jump up and freaking smack them. Smack them off their little pedestals. Oh, I love it so much. Hours of fun for the whole family. Okay, once you sneak around here, you get these bottles, and you might think like, oh, okay, that's where I go. That's the end of the level. No, that's the beginning of the level. No, you go up here, and then slide down here to continue the level. If you're a dumb little kid, you probably didn't know that, and you probably jumped down there and had to replay the whole level. I fell victim to that once or twice. Oh my gosh, I love these. So look, he's watching this little pad to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. You hit it, and then jump on it. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's so cool. Alright, and then the level ends with this like freaking disco room with these deadly lasers. Oh my gosh, I love this. Love this level so much. Also, you can break a key and then go to view map and go back to like the hub or whatever and skip the animation. Very important for speedrunning. You'd be surprised how much time that saves over the whole game. Okay, Flaming Temple of Flame is probably our third and final S tier. I love these levels more than, like, almost life itself. I wish I could say the same for King of the Hill, though. And no, I'm not talking about King of the Hill the show, sadly. Once again, Murray has gotten himself into trouble, and you need to escort him to the key. So I must say, this one isn't as bad as the one in Mugshot's world, because there's not, like, barrels of toxic waste that will instantly kill Murray. It is still annoying, though, because there's these little nunchuck ninja boys all over the place.
Nice shot.
I'm so glad Murray was not like this in the sequels. Okay, this final stretch is a little stressful. He's going to walk up this ramp to go get that key, and there's going to be tons of guards popping up everywhere. It's not that hard as long as you place your shots well, but, like, the way this controls, that can be kind of hard sometimes. Last one. Yeah, okay, cool. I don't know, not that hard, a little stressful, a little frustrating if you're bad. I must say, not as bad as the first Murray escort mission, but definitely not good. Where did I put Murray's Big Gamble? Oh, it's E tier. Let's put this in... it's D. It's not, like, interesting enough to go in C, but it's fine. The Unseen Foe is next, another good level. So I love this level, but something I don't like is that this music is reused from Raleigh's World. And like, the music from Raleigh's World is fine, but I just really, really like the direction they went with the music for this world, and I wish they made more of it instead of reusing old music. This is the first level where your invisibility is necessary. And yes, you can learn to just become invisible. It's necessary for areas like this, like, oh, these spotlights are no big deal. Lasers!
Good evening.
Ah! Okay. Was kind of close. So here you sneak around, just like minding your own business. Don't want to mess with this guard. Or if you do want to mess with the guard, you can jump down here. Look, now you're in his outpost. You get these bottles. Boom. Helpless guy just trying to make a living for his family. You just annihilated him. Congratulations. Ooh, okay, this is fun and a little bit stressful. Especially if you want to get all the bottles. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was so close to death just every single time. Got another one of these hook conveyor belts. You know I like these. Alright, and then flashback to the prologue. Got another one of these. You could just fall straight down to the bottom, and like, if you're really, really lucky, you can dodge all the lasers, but if they composed an original piece of music for this level, it may have gone in S tier, but for now, I think it's gonna stay in A. Very good. Unfortunately, I think that's about as good as the levels are gonna get for the rest of the game. Next is Rapid Fire Assault, another vehicle level. Not bad. Not as bad as the Ms. Ruby one. As far as vehicle levels go, this one isn't awful. It just takes so long, and I'll explain what I mean in a second. You just kind of have to stand here shooting stuff for like half of the level's duration. Oh my gosh, this part takes so long. So you gotta alternate between the three of these guys, keeping them all at bay while also destroying the part where they come out. I don't know what these are. Can you shoot these? Oh, ooh, money. You can tell that I don't play this one very often. Just when we started getting going somewhere, gotta stop and shoot some more things. Yeah, see what I mean? Oh my gosh, and then this key, so it's on this tower, and you have to shoot down the tower, one segment at a time. Oh my goodness. I can appreciate it for what it is, but it is a little slow and tedious at times. I think Rapid Fire Assault is going to go in C tier. It's definitely better than A Ghastly Voyage, but not by much. Not enough to go in B. A Desperate Race. Okay, so this is the other Murray driving level. I don't know if I'll be able to beat this one on my first try, so cut me some slack. So this is a little bit harder than the one in Mugshot's World. There's like icy patches on the road sometimes, which can make you spin out. Like that. Also, in the one in Mugshot's World, each of the cars was personalized with their own little breed of dog, which I thought was funny. And these are all identical, which is fine, I guess. So if you drive really well, it's really easy to win because the other guys will spin out. But if you're not careful, you can spin out just as easily. Nice. So when it comes to which of the two races you prefer or which of the two races you think is harder, it's totally up to you. They both have their different pros and cons and stuff. I enjoy this one more than At the Dog Track. I would give this a C tier, but it's not by much. Okay, moving on. Duel by the Dragon. So this is the other one where Carmelita just finds you. Oh yeah, and Carmelita has a Reddit gold around her neck. Ooh, I'll take that lucky charm. Not that she's gonna, you know, hit me, because she's a woman. Yes, we got enemies to fight on our way. We've got fireworks to blow up so we can lower some drawbridges and stuff. It's pretty fun, intriguing gameplay compared to the first one, which was mostly just running across rooftops and stuff, which is fun in its own right, but this is just a little bit more interesting. If I remember correctly, you can, I think, jump somewhere off of here and grab onto this ledge up here or something like that. It's a pretty hard jump. It's very precise. I'm kind of close. I've got the right idea. Yeah, like that. Yeah, but I'm not going to do that because I want to show you the whole level. You gotta hide behind these pillars, wait for her to shoot out the thing so it's safe to go. Another one of these spinny little pinwheel, cinnamon roll. Oh my gosh, I almost fell to my death in real life. Alright, then this part. This is a little bit hard. It definitely tests your, like, platforming precision. So you gotta jump across these little icicles, and Carmelita will be a huge dick and try to shoot out the platform you're about to jump on. Jump up this little dragon statue, hit the fireworks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Carmelita, being the dummy she is going to stand right where I'm shooting my fireworks. And then she gets buried alive. I think Duel by the Dragon is pretty fun. I'm not a huge fan of like the kind of auto-scroller levels where someone's chasing you, but I think as far as those kind of levels go, it's pretty good. I think it's like a B. I think it's a little bit better than 2 to Tango, but not quite worthy of A in my opinion. Alright, now we're ready for the boss fight. Okay, so Panda King's shooting fireballs at us. It is very easy to avoid once you get in the circle. He does 3 attacks. He does like a spin attack along the ground. You can jump. Do you want to try something else, buddy? You want to try something else? You want to try something else? Okay, this one, they'll just slap your left and your right, but if you stand still, you're fine. Alright. Booming Chop will actually just like hit you if you stand still. Okay, Flame Fu, let's talk about this for a second. It is a piss-easy boss fight, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fun fact, Panda King was supposed to be the second boss of the game, and Mugshot was supposed to be the fourth, but at some point during development they switched places. For what reason, I have no idea. And they never bothered making his boss fight harder to compensate, so it's just a really, really easy boss fight towards the end of the game, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I guess it's fine. It is very, very repetitive, very, very boring, and the difficulty does not quite match the point in the game where you're at. And I think for those reasons, it's going to go in C. Again, not bad, but for the point in the game, it just doesn't really make sense. It's a little repetitive, a little easy. As far as like game and level balance goes, I think that's definitely one of the weaker levels of the game. Okay, starting on Clockwork's World, last one of the game. I'm just going to break it to you now. Most of these levels are going to rank pretty low. Okay, so we have mounted a turret on top of the team van. I bet I can speed up this footage to make it look like Sly is throwing it back. Okay, the turret kind of controls like garbage. You gotta destroy these little landmines so that the van can make it safely to Clockwork. I gotta say, if you can control this with like a mouse and keyboard or something, this would be so easy. But since you can't, it is kind of hard. Oh my gosh. Hostile Robo-Falcons. These guys can be really hard to shoot down. They're very annoying. Ugh! Oh my freaking gosh. How did you avoid me for so long? Okay, alright, that part's always stressful. Okay, whether or not you shoot down all these guys is mostly luck, because they fly around so fast there's no way you can actually aim this thing. At least not when you're me. Come on, come on. Okay, goodness. Oh, just in time for the mines. Okay, more boulders. These are like super boulders, as you can tell by the fact that they're green. Okay, I think we're almost done. We got like one more wave of these guys and then we're done. How fast you can kill all these is mostly luck-based. Oh gosh, one hit me. Goodness, it took both of my lucky charms. Yeah, that is definitely one of the most stressful points of the game, especially if you're speedrunning. Okay, a hazardous path. If that's the kind of gameplay you're into, that's awesome. For me, absolutely not. This is like, it's not F, but it's E. I do not like this at all. Burning rubber. There is actually one more racing level in the game, but it's not exactly a race. You're just driving around beating up monsters. Not really my thing, but I guess you do get to drive around a little bit more. So you see these hanging computers? There's like 119 of them, and we need to smash 60 of them and analyze their data, which I guess you can do by breaking them. And you have to get to at least 60 of them before the monsters get to 60 of them. So you have this battering ram to like beat up the monsters. I gotta say, this mission is one of the most obnoxious to replay if you fail it, but it's not that hard. There we go. See, like, it got kind of close at the end there. They had 50, I had 60. It does require your concentration, but it's not that bad. Also, you don't get to choose when you want to play these levels, really. It just goes back to back to back to back until the final boss. So it's like one continuous level with a few different chapters. Okay, burning rubber, not my thing. Probably going in E, but it's fine. If that's the kind of gameplay you like, then go for it, dude. I do not like that, personally. A daring rescue. This one's actually super cool. This essentially tests, like, all of the platforming skills you've learned over the game. Okay, so Carmelita is trapped in this gas chamber or something, and it's totally a trap, but Sly doesn't care. Definitely some of the most interesting platforming we've had in a while. Jump up on here. There you go. Yeah, those things are dart traps, and if you step on, like, this tile floor, they will shoot you to death. So at the end of the path here, there are 2 dart traps and a bunch of spotlights, and I have 1 barrel to get me through it all. Oh, gosh. I don't know how that light didn't turn red. I don't know how that didn't turn red either. Smash these boys. Oh, sorry. Smash these oh, sorry. Smash these boys. Oh no, it's a trap. Who could have guessed? They used the woman as bait. Yes, so now we have a Bentley hacking mission, which becomes a pretty big part of the game in the sequels, but there's only 1 level like this in the first game. Okay, a daring rescue is very short, but pretty cool, and it kind of tests a lot of your skills. I think this is gonna go in... Oh, what do you guys think? I think either A or B. I think I'm gonna stick it in A. I'm feeling generous. I mean, we gotta balance out this chapter. These first 2 are ranked so low. I can't promise an A or B tier for the hacking mission, though. Okay, so this is a lot like the little skiff that Sly drives around. So you move around with the left stick and then shoot with the right stick. Controls very similarly. Touching the green stuff will hurt you, and you have a health bar up there. You have to break open these little yellow things and free them from the green stuff without getting touched by anything. Yeah, also there are, security algorithms that will try to shoot you. I think you can shoot the projectiles that it shoots at you. Yeah, no big deal. Oh gosh. Yeah, if you're not careful, you can get hit by literally everything. There is so much debris everywhere. Last level, I've got 2 hits to get me through this. I don't know if I can do it. Okay, one more. One more. Where is it? Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Nice. Also, there's like 0s and 1s floating by in the background. I don't know. The level is cool. It looks cool. It kind of plays interestingly enough, I guess. And the music is pretty cool. It's not my thing, but it does a lot of things really well. So I think for that reason, it's going to go in like a C. It's pretty cool. Okay, now we have to free the woman, sadly. Also, the coins in Clockwork's world have my face on them. Howdy face reveal? Okay, a temporary truce. This is kind of like the ones where you protect Murray, but instead you play as Carmelita and you protect Sly. Yeah, so Sly gets his cane snatched by some dumb bird. Carmelita shoots the bird and the cane falls, I don't know, somewhere. Okay. This is a lot of trial and error because these little lava monsters come after Sly. You kind of have to remember which ones come from where and when. Otherwise, Sly is freaking toast. Also, sometimes the monsters just won't come from where you think, so you'll be stuck there waiting for them. Meanwhile, Sly is just getting annihilated from some other monster you forgot about. Oh my gosh, dude, I was shooting him as fast as I could, dude. I'm gonna run out of lives. Okay, this guy first, then this guy, then this guy. No, that guy, he just didn't show up. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. Oh, I forgot you have to shoot these things. That sounded like the freaking... Okay, I think we're good. Okay, there you go. It takes a bit of memory and a bit of trial and error, and it's a little bit annoying, but it's not that long or that hard. Okay, a temporary truce is probably not as good as King of the Hill. I don't know, the memory and trial and error really bothers me. I think I'm going to stick this in E. I cannot, in good conscience, put it above Maurice Big Gamble. They have to at least share a spot. Okay, Sinking Peril. This is a pretty cool platforming level, but it is on a timer, so it's a little stressful. Yeah, I think this level is super fun. It is kind of hard, though, and you definitely need your focus. Oh, freak. Oh my gosh. Hope you appreciate my censorship. I did not say the F word. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I have played this game in its entirety on my channel. I say in its entirety, but I didn't do the time trials or anything because those are obnoxious and really hard. Okay, do not die to this part. It is really hard to see what's above you, so you have to be really careful. Okay, cool. I think we're almost done. Jump here, jump here. Okay, there we go. All right, Sinking Peril is a little bit stressful, and it's a little bit tough, but I think it's fun. I think this goes in B. All right, we have arrived at the boss, a strange reunion. So, heaven forbid, like a normal boss fight where you beat someone up with your cane like a badass. No, it has to be a weird gimmick vehicle level. Blah, 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 lore. Go watch my other videos if you want the story. Okay, so you need to team up with Carmelita for this boss fight. Carmelita's missiles, quote, don't hurt him, but put holes in his armor. Once she shoots him in the face, you shoot him in the face, and together you can do a little bit of damage. Also, you fly with the same stick that you aim, so it makes it feel like a freaking N64 game. Just gotta shoot him in the wing a little bit. There we go. And just like that, he's dead.
Nice shooting, Sly. You got him.
Is what I would have said. This is the kind of hard part of the boss. He shoots these little purple donut-looking things, Dunkin' Donut, and you have to stay in the middle to not get hit, and then immediately fly over here and shoot him in the wing. Very simple, but it is a little bit of a tight squeeze, and it does require all of your attention, especially if you're missing a freaking Lucky Charm like me. Okay, there's one last part, and it's kind of hard. This is the final test of your platforming. He's shooting freaking projectiles at you while you're platforming. It's kind of not cool. You have to keep moving. Clockwork starts spouting like complete gibberish at this part of the fight. I think because like as he's dying, he's going crazy, which is kind of a cool little factoid. And now you just have to hit him in the face and not fall off into the lava. Nice.
Devious recommends for Clockwork's
And then we have the credits with some of the best music I've ever heard. Especially as far as credits go. Man, this song just slaps. Okay, A Strange Reunion, the final boss fight. Let's talk about this. It tests a lot of your skills, and I really like that about a final boss. It feels very climactic. So because the jetpack has a gun on it, it tests your aim, and, you know, it tests your flying as well when you have to fly in those little donuts or whatnot. And at the very end, it definitely tests your platforming. That's one of the hardest platforming segments of the game, in my opinion. It does a lot of things right. It can be a little annoying sometimes, but I think for what it does, it's pretty good. I think it's going to go an A. Okay, before I call it a video, I want to balance out the D tier a little bit. We kind of left him alone. There will only ever be one F tier, and that's for Down Home Cooking. Looking at these levels, they're all, like, pretty okay, and then looking at Bentley Comes Through, there's nothing, like, inherently wrong with it. It's just really not my kind of gameplay. I think strictly based on my opinion and the fact that I don't like this gameplay, I'm going to drop this down to a D. And then I should bump one of these up to D. Okay, now that I think about it, I think A Temporary Truce is probably the worst escort mission. Murray's Big Gamble is not quite as bad. It's definitely more tolerable. And the rest of these are just vehicle levels. I'm probably going to bump Murray's Big Gamble up to D. I wonder which world had the highest average of, like, where their levels placed. I'll, like, probably make some kind of chart to show, like, which world got the most points, I guess. It's probably Raleigh's world, if I was guessing. Most of those levels ranked pretty highly. Well, there we have it. There is the tier list. Every level in Sly 1 ranked. Again, a lot of this comes down to personal preference and the kind of gameplay that I like, so this is not just like the definitive what is good and what is bad tier list. You're gonna have to go somewhere else for that. This is probably my last video for the year. I kind of want to take a couple days off for the holidays, spend some time with my family, and I would like this to be my last video of the year. I'd like to end it on a game that means a lot to me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope, even if you have no idea what this game is, you found some enjoyment in the video. Have a great day, and goodbye forever.